So we're in Fresno, California, and we've just put in a couple of water heaters downstairs with recirculating pumps from Watts. It takes this little crossover valve in here, so we want to take a video in each bathroom. We've got one of them in the master, which is the water heater closest to the backyard, one against the wall, and then the other water heater supplies water to the upstairs hall bath. So anyways, just want to take a quick video to show you what we got installed here. Got that crossover valve mounted and secured. Got some new braided supply lines going vertically up to the faucet. These are your existing supply lines that loop around and down and in the side on the cold, and then over here, that's the hot comes around. So hot comes in up to the faucet, and then this cold comes in and up to the faucet. But also additionally, when the pump is running, the water will go straight through, right over into the cold side and recirculate. So anyways, just want to take a quick video and show you that it's installed and that there is no leaking, no dripping. You do want to monitor this area. Obviously, any kind of plumbing done, you just want to monitor it forever. You don't have to stand there and stare at it, but occasionally take a peek, make sure no leaking develops, any dripping whatsoever. Give us a holler, we'll come back out and fix it right away. The shutoff valves we didn't do anything with. Those are existing. They're quarter turn. We did notice when we turned the water back on, there was a little bit of water on the bottom of the cabinet from those two stops. So if you have trouble with those, the only thing you can do really is replace them. You might be able to disassemble the handle and maybe tighten it up in there. I'm not real sure how that works with these quarter turn valves as opposed to the multi-turn where you tighten the packing nut. But I did see some water down here on the bottom. I dried it up. I don't see any more. So monitor your stops. And again, those stops were not in the scope of work. They're existing. And then, of course, the supply lines, the 3/8 by half going up there, those are existing. And then the 1/2 inch are ours. So anyways, water's been run through the pump, so it is primed and ready to go. You can plug it in and start using it right away. And right now, we're finishing up the water heater installation. I'll go in and take a video of another bathroom, and then we'll go downstairs and take a video of the water heaters. So here we are in bathroom 2, hall bath, and same thing in here, a little crossover valve. You can see it there in the back. I won't go through the same explanation did before, but existing multi-turn shut-off valves. The hot side, when I turned it back on it, it spit a little bit and then stopped. It's dry. Just monitor these. They're old. The other ones in the master had been replaced. Those are newer to the home. These look like they're existing when the home was built. So keep an eye on these. Any water here, you'd need to replace these valves, or these you have the option to tighten up these packing nuts that sit down there, right there. That helps stop with that. Right now it's not dripping and it's dry. I've already checked back in here, it's dry. But here's the other crossover valve. We're gonna run some water through there to get that pump primed downstairs on the second water heater. And I just want to take a picture in here. You can see no dripping in here right now. The crossover valve is tight and good. Nothing dripping from up at the faucet. And again, just monitor this area, make sure that it stays dry. You can see what happens to the bottom of the cabinets when you get water on them, so you want to try and avoid that back there. Like I say, any trouble, give us a holler, we'll come back out and take care of it right away. And right now we're going to go downstairs and take another video of the water heater installation. Okay, so Fresno, California, I have to talk a little bit loud. I got a landscaper, lawn maintenance guy out there with some kind of tool. Anyway, so we got two Bradford Whites side by side, 50 gallon, 40 gallon. What came out of there was a 40 and a 50. I'm sorry, it's a 50 and a 50. What came out was a 50 and a 40. Completely corroded, water wouldn't drain, lots of debris in there, solids. Anyway, so starting from the top, we've got isolation valves, shut-off valves, cold and hot side. Cold is required only. We put one on the hot side just so you can isolate this and work on the water heater down the road. So both shut-off valves, all brass construction. You got copper to brass, and then brass nipples to stainless steel supplies. These are Falcon stainless steel supplies. So those are tied in. We've got Watts pumps on both of these. I'm going to plug them in a minute and get them going. We've got to run water upstairs in both bathrooms, so these are primed and ready to go. Outside of that, we've checked all the piping for dripping. Everything's good. Pulled the relief lines, and they drain real good. So everything's tied in. Brand new vent piping going up to existing sealing bucket. And per code, we've got the adjustable straps, lower third, upper third. We did go ahead and replace the gas valves. They were old, so just put new gas valves in. not an extra, just threw them in there. And then the gas supply lines, that was in the contract. So we put brand new gas supply lines in on both sides, new shutoff valves, new straps. Both of them have recirculating pumps, and both of them have new venting all the way up to the, I think we've got one existing piece right here, vent pipe, but all new adjustable piping all the way up. And then again, the Falcon stainless steel. It's configured a little funky just because of the original build of the home. When they laid out for water heaters, they didn't really put anything in a spot that made sense. You would want to figure out where your water heater goes and then pipe the waters in over them. As you can see, this one here, the waters are way off to one side, which means you would have to take this water heater and slide it all the way there. So it's just not a great spot when you got this big platform to utilize. Anyway, so it's all tied together. Again, we're going to tie these pumps in real quick and take it for a spin. Right now, burners are on. I'm going to turn those down to hot. It's 120 degrees. Take about an hour and a half for this water to heat, and should have about 120 out of there. Outside of that, we are done.